WandaVision episode 5 is almost here, and we have got to talk about all the crazy things we expect to be in the episode. However, it's going to be almost impossible to do that without talking about those crazy leaks that are out there online. So spoiler warning, and let's preview episode 5 of WandaVision. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button. And a reminder to all that a large part of what we are doing at the Den of Nerds is happening over on our live streaming channel. Okay, so once again, spoiler warning, folks. And I want to be very serious about this because there's crazy leaks out there online. And I've watched as different content creators and people out there are trying to figure out how to cover WandaVision, how to talk about WandaVision. Look, I don't know. We're not going to go crazy over here. We're not going to overthink it. At this point, the leaks have permeated the internet. If you have not seen the leaks, then get on out of here. Remain spoiler free. But if you've been on this journey with us, let's just continue and talk about what we actually expect in episode 5. Okay, so let's get right into the biggest, craziest thing. Yes, I do believe we will see Evan Peters as Quicksilver in episode 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And again, this is partially because of the leak, but I kind of thought we were going to see Evan Peters sooner rather than later either way. And if you look back at our videos and some of the live streams that we were doing, we were talking about the probability of Evan Peters being the Quicksilver character in WandaVision and all of the implications that come with that. But the leaked footage that is out there online right now that people are going crazy over, we actually don't think that that scene will be in episode 5. We think that scene will be in either episode 6, 7, or some later episode. Because although it has not been confirmed, the current theory on that leaked footage is that it comes from a mid-season trailer. And on a side note here, this is sort of par for the course. A lot of spoilers tend to come from production houses that are cutting together trailers or doing stuff for a promotion. And then, there's just people that see it and then, leak it out on the internet anonymously. Also, side note to the side note, like, how many episodes of WandaVision are we actually going to get? Because if this is a mid-season trailer, that would imply that it's only halfway through. I don't know. Am I overthinking this? Are we only going to get a few more episodes? Or are we getting like a whole nother half of a season that's going to be crazy? I don't know. So again, we don't believe that the scenes from the leaked footage will actually be in episode 5 unless episode 5 is a very long episode or there's a massive time jump between when we last see Wanda, which is technically kind of episode 4 and episode 3 because they take place simultaneously. But yeah, that's the last time we see Wanda and the kids are babies. And so in the leaked footage, we see them partially grown up, probably around 8, 9 years old. And so again, unless there's a massive time jump in episode 5, I don't think we're going to see the twins in this episode. There's also the possibility that we will get 2 episodes in the week of episode 5, like tomorrow night. That was heavily speculated on early on. As we've gotten closer to the actual release date, a lot of people are saying that's probably not the case. A lot of people saying it's just 1 episode. So we will see. But either way, I'm starting to really appreciate a lot of the secrecy and the things that Marvel has not told us about the show, and it would be fan-freaking-tastic if we got a whole bunch of episodes that we didn't know we were going to get. Now, as for what to expect from the episode with regards to Evan Peters, I've sort of been told, and I do think this has been heavily rumored, that he will arrive in sort of an Uncle Jesse type role from Full House. He's going to need some help, crash on the couch, and a lot of this comes from either 4chan leaks, Reddit leaks, or the leaked audition tape, which we're still not 100% sure if it is real or not, for the twins for WandaVision. So there's a lot of evidence, rumors, leaks, and, just things to suggest that that is the way they will introduce Evan Peters as the WandaVision character. However, what I think will be really interesting is that we might see Wanda actually be surprised that it's this version of Quicksilver. She might actually notice that it's not the Quicksilver from the MCU and might play off of that in the show, but we'll come back to that in just a second. Another big question with regards to this moment with Quicksilver, this reveal, which I literally think will be him kind of knocking on the door, Wanda answering it, shocks from the audience, and Wanda's super surprised, et cetera, et cetera. The question is, will that happen in the middle of the episode, or will they save that as sort of the stinger and the end note for the episode? On a side note, I do know that there's been this big to-do and hoopla online about comments that Lizzie Olsen made about how there's a Luke Skywalker-like cameo that she's really surprised hasn't leaked for WandaVision. I know a lot of people believe that that has to do with the Evan Peters character, and that would be a big letdown. And I just kind of want to set the record straight on that, because Lizzie Olsen never actually said that. She was sort of baited by a question that was phrased in that sort of a way, and she doesn't even fully respond to it. She kind of just nods and laughs and talks about how she's surprised it hasn't leaked and indicates that there's something like that, but she didn't come out and say, like, on social media or tell an actual interviewer, we have a cameo on the level of Luke Skywalker in the WandaVision. However, I do think it is appropriate to discuss just how crazy this cameo might actually be. But again, hold on just 1 second on that. Because when it comes to Evan Peters, I actually do think they might save this for the end of the episode, of episode 5. It might be sort of an end cap thing. And I definitely don't think it's going to be like the Luke Skywalker cameo, but it might be a lot like the Boba Fett cameo, in a sense that, like, we knew Boba was coming, but even just a little scene with Tamara Morrison at the end of that first episode set the internet on fire with speculation. So perhaps something like that will happen with the Evan Peters Quicksilver character. Now, with regards to how episode 5 will be formatted, there are big questions on whether or not we're going to stick to the sitcom format, or if we will actually pull out and get some of the perspective from Sword and some people outside of Westview. And at this point, I actually do believe there will be sort of a blending of those two, more extreme than there was before, because I think the first 3 episodes and episode 4 are actually designed to sort of be this, like, total package that just slowly brings you in to what is actually going on in WandaVision, and I actually really appreciate it. Episode 4 makes all the other episodes, like, make total and complete sense. It's really, really good storytelling. I'm very excited, but I think that 5 will likely show us the new version of the show, which will have all of this combined. And as more characters become aware of what Wanda's doing, even in the bubble and definitely outside of it, the show will become way more, I guess, interesting, or at least direct in the way it gives fans information. Okay, so a couple other things real quick before we get out of here. Let's talk about Evan Peters and this whole situation, because this is crazy to me. I don't know what to expect exactly, but I'm starting to get this feeling that Lizzie herself, Scarlet Witch, Wanda in the show will know that something's not right. And sort of in the same cheeky way that they play off of this in the first 3 episodes, Wanda will sort of be playing off of the fact that she knows this isn't the right Quicksilver and that there's something weird going on. Now, that is fantastic, because it'll be the first time that we get the actual hint as the audience that, yes, this is something bizarre. It does have to do with the multiverse. A lot of these rumors, leaks, and things that we think are lining up are correct, and things are about to go crazy. And that would be fantastic, man, if she's just, like, making little jokes about it, and they're sort of going back in this fourth wall breaking banter. That's really gonna do it for me. Also think it would be really cool if she can't exactly remove him from the picture and she doesn't have complete control over him either. We see him sort of being really cheeky with her and then her blasting him in that leaked trailer, but that was right in front of her kids and stuff. So it's really interesting, right? Like, I kind of feel like Pietro, maybe because of his mutation, maybe because he was created sort of by the stone as well, maybe Wanda won't be able to actually affect him as much, which would be really, really cool. Okay, last thing, nerds, before we get out of here. And by the way, if you're having a good time on this video, drop a like and make sure you subscribe to this channel, the live channel, where we're going to be doing a ton of coverage talking about episode 5 and the future of the MCU. Now, let's talk about a new clip that is resurfacing. Okay, so it's technically not a new clip, but the clip itself is new. Whatever, forget it. It's internet speak. This is from an interview done around the time of Age of Ultron, when Lizzie Olsen was first getting into this character. character, and she talks about her favorite story from the comic books, and she says this. Roll it.
My favorite is House of M, but that would never happen.
Never say never in this.
I mean, if she could have 2 fake babies and everyone tell her that they don't really exist, and then her just go nuts, that would be unbelievable. But I don't think they're gonna do that.
We just don't know what to expect.
Okay, so that's pretty freaking ridiculous and wild. And so, we've been talking to you guys a lot about how the children are the key to this whole thing. And House of M did have a storyline in which something similar to this happened. And the world convinced Wanda that her kids weren't real. And they tried to bring her back to reality and not have her kids be real or exist. And that did not go very well for people in the Marvel Comics universe. And so it would appear that something like that is on the table here, which is really, really interesting. And we've also heard that similar to what happens in the comic books, Wiccan and Speed might actually just come into existence and be real characters somehow through this, manifestation power or this bubble thing, Westview, Nightmare, Mephisto, whatever is going on thing. But it's really, really crazy. And I think by the end of the show, we will see Wanda completely lose her mind and break, but then perhaps and hopefully get put back together and be a part of the solution to whatever breaking and craziness is going on. But who knows? Maybe she's just all out the villain and she'll be the whole villain for Phase 4. Wouldn't that be crazy? But that's been it. That's our preview video for episode 5 of WandaVision. Let us know what you think will happen in the episode. And then, of course, we'll be doing a lot of content after the episode breaks, breaking it down, talking about theories, spoilers, Easter eggs, etc. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.